From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Evening Edition.
Right now at 5, a second weekend storm getting ready to pummel the Bay Area. The advisories in place as we track the system. Plus, the 49er faithful is pumped after last night's playoff win. We check in with the fan base as it gets ready for the NFC Championship game. And a major shakeup in the race for the Republican nomination for president. Why Ron DeSantis says he's dropping out 2 days before the New Hampshire primary. Good evening. I'm Andrea Nakano. Brian is off tonight. No, you're not having deja vu. The Bay Area is bracing for another winter storm, and it's starting to move across the region already. It doesn't matter where you live, you're going to get plenty of rain, and there are some advisories in effect. So let's get right to meteorologist Darren Peck, where we are in a first alert status today.
And that advisory is the flood watch for the North Bay starting tonight. It starts at 8 o'clock tonight. And it goes pretty much throughout the day tomorrow. And it's strictly because of the amount of rain that's about to come in, focused particularly on the North Bay. Look at First Alert Doppler Live, and you can already see a good band of rain moving on shore now. We're just starting to see the very leading edge of what this system has to offer, and it's coming right into Sonoma County. The hills of West County and then down into Marin, the headlands, and over into the mountains of wine country are really where this system is going to be able to drop the most amount of rain. Enough so that streams and creeks over about the next 12 hours, rural streams and creeks, are going to start rising pretty quickly. But if we just look at this on the Futurecast, just to see how this is going to go, we're going to take it from where it is now, let it play forward, and it just kind of looks like a Rorschach test for like the next 12 hours of green, yellow, and orange. We're not even going to try and pick out specific little cells here. It's going to rain. It's going to rain fairly consistently from now until about 5 in the morning. And then we'll get into the second phase of this system. The lion's share of the rain will have already fallen by this point. But after 5 a.m., you see that little dot right there? There's another couple of them scattered around. We will see isolated thunderstorms crop up for the morning. So through the morning commute, you won't have widespread steady rain tomorrow, but you will have isolated pop-up hit-and-miss showers. And when we get back together, we're going to look at the flood watch, and then we'll look ahead, see what's coming after this. I'll see you with that in just a few minutes. Andrea, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Darren. Meantime, 49er fans are still riding the high of last night's comeback win over the Packers at Levi Stadium. Now the red and gold are headed back to the NFC Championship game again. Sports Director Vern Glenn is here. And Vern, a couple hours ago, we just learned who the Niners will be hosting next weekend, Vern.
Yeah, you got it there, Dre. What a moment for the state of Michigan. They have the top college team, and now the Niners an early 7-point favorite to handle the third seed Detroit Lions, who just wore down Tampa Bay, restoring the roar in Detroit. The Lions have reached its first conference title game in 32 years. Now, last night, back to the Packers. Christian McCaffrey scored the go-ahead touchdown with a little over a minute left. And then defensively, man, they stand up. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw had the game-clinching interception here as the 49ers defeated Green Bay 24-21 in come-from-behind fashion to reach the NFC Championship game for the third straight year and a chance to reach the Super Bowl after falling a game short the last 2 seasons.
When you lose in the NFC Championship, you want to snap your fingers and be there again, but you can't. There's so much that has to happen between that last loss and getting back there again. I get emotional thinking about it. Like, we're back here, and it's time to take care of business.
Me personally, I'm 0-2 in the NFC Championship game, so this is one we got to get. You know, obviously, I'm not getting any younger, so I definitely want to get to the top of the mountain.
Hey, Dre, let me tell you something. We got more on that outcome, a look ahead at the upcoming matchup in a special Red and Gold Report show with the 49ers radio voice, Greg Papa, coming up at 8 o'clock tonight on KPIX.
All right, that should be a lot of fun. We'll see you at 8 o'clock. Thanks, Vern. Well, lots of fans went right back to Levi's a day after the win against the Packers, wasting no time stocking up on 49ers gear ahead of the NFC Championship game. We caught up with fans at the team store. Many traveled to the Bay Area from all around the country.
We grew up in the 80s. We didn't have a team in Tennessee, and basically fell in love with the Niners. You're either a Niners fan or a Dallas fan. I was actually picked the one that was the classier of the two. Nobody scares us because we are faithful here in the 49er land. I'm telling you, there's nobody that's going to stop us from winning. This is our year. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and we're here to do it again.
And if you think people are excited today, our Darwin was at the game riding the roller coaster of emotions with fans until the final whistle.
The up and down performance of the 49ers brought out all sorts of fan emotions, from disappointment to pure chaos and jubilation.
I'm feeling like the baddest Niners fan ever! Let's go!
The 49ers were off to a bad start in the first quarter, failing to score any point. But diehard fans like Alicia Shirley of Gilroy screamed and cheered on every defensive stop and every first down in the pouring rain.
We don't care about a storm, a California storm at least.
The rain never let up. It rained the entire game. But even before kickoff, the rain did not dampen people's confidence. Alicia and others predicted they would storm the Packers off the field and send them packing to end their season.
We're going to win this game 100%.
31-14 right now.
My tree shredder, we're just going to dominate them. We're going to shred them.
But some of the loud fans got pretty quiet in the third quarter as the Packers led the Niners. Not Alicia, the lifelong fan, screamed over every play until the end. When Christian McCaffrey scored this touchdown to give the 49ers the lead in the fourth quarter, there was a lot of excitement. The fans went nuts, and the entire stadium erupted in joy when the 49ers defense ended the game with an interception.
Going crazy! Got ups and downs! Let's stay faithful to the Bay, baby! Happy! That's it! Go Niners for the Super Bowl!
Right after the win, one fan even booked his plane ticket to Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. He showed us his confirmation on the phone.
100%. We're going all the way to Super Bowl. Then we're going to bring it all the way to Santa Clara.
As for Alicia, she's focused on next week's game. She still has plenty of voice left.
I have every voice for my Niners! Let's go! Let's go!
A lot of fans say they'll need a couple of days to get their voice back, but they'll be ready to scream next weekend.
Turning now to Oakland, In-N-Out is closing its location near the airport after 18 years this spring over crime. The restaurant is located on Oakport Street off Interstate 880. In-N-Out says the area had been profitable because it's so close to the airport, but decided it was best to close it for the safety of both the customers and the employees. They cite car break-ins, theft, and armed robberies for the closing. The restaurant's final day is March 24th. A remembrance ceremony in Half Moon Bay tonight, Tuesday, marks 1 year since shootings at 2 mushroom farms left 7 farm workers dead. The coastal community is coming together in downtown Half Moon Bay, honoring the lives lost with a candlelight vigil and directing support for the survivors that are integral to the local community. At the event, newly inaugurated Mayor Joaquin Jimenez, a Mexican immigrant and son of farm workers himself, says the healing is just beginning.
The healing process is going to take years. This is just a step forward. Like I said, to make sure that we do not forget about the farm workers, that we continue to work for advocacy for the farm worker community, the needs, the services.
And of course, 2 days prior to that tragedy, the mass shooting at a dance studio in Monterey Park killed 11 people and wounded 9 others. The combined shootings marked a dark few days for California, remembered by the impacted areas and by the White House. President Biden released a statement today saying, in part, in the wake of the tragic shootings in Monterey Park and Half Moon Bay, California has also taken action, passing more than 20 new gun safety laws and investing in solutions like gun violence prevention programs. Other states should follow their lead. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announces he's dropping out of the race. He is now endorsing former President Donald Trump for the GOP nomination, just 2 days away from the New Hampshire primary. Christian Benavides reports.
I am today suspending my campaign.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis ending his GOP bid for the White House.
It's clear to me that a majority of Republican primary voters want to give Donald Trump another chance.
In a video posted on social media, he endorsed former President Donald Trump.
He has my endorsement because we can't go back to the old Republican guard of yesteryear that Nikki Haley represents.
He ran a great race. Having said that, it's now one fella, one lady left.
Mr. Trump holds a commanding lead in New Hampshire. Still, he has been on the attack against Haley.
Nikki Haley is counting on Democrats.
On Fox News, the former president was asked why he mocks her first name, Nimrata, although she uses her middle name, Nikki.
With her, it's just something that came. It's a little bit of a takeoff on her name, her name, wherever she may come from.
Haley was born in the United States. She has been gaining ground in the polls. Not pulling any punches, she questioned Trump's mental acuity after a series of recent comments by Trump.
He claimed that Joe Biden was going to get us into World War II. I'm assuming he meant World War III. He said that he ran against President Obama. He never ran against President Obama.
She's also going after Trump over his age. He would be 78 at inauguration, same age President Biden was when he was inaugurated.
Happening tomorrow, it's the first debate in the California Senate race. The candidates are vying to replace LaFonza Butler. She's serving out the term of the late Dianne Feinstein, who died in October of last year. A new poll reveals which candidates have gained the most voter support for the election. According to a UC Berkeley poll from early January, 21% of likely voters support Democratic Congressman Adam Schiff as of early January. Now, in second, fellow House Democrat Katie Porter at 17%, and in third, the leading Republican LA Dodgers legend Steve Garvey, followed by Bay Area Congresswoman Barbara Lee. The top two candidates, regardless of party, will face each other in the November general election, and that could bode well for Garvey. He's the only Republican with any traction in the polls. If those three top Democrats were to split the vote, Garvey could advance to the November general election.